Hi everyone, Tasha here for Kat Scrappiness, and today we're going to create an easy holiday card using the new Nativity Scene Die. I also wanted to mention that you can save 10% off all Christmas products using code Christmas10 through midnight on December 24th. Also be on the lookout for Creative Crew's 2022 Holiday Gift Guide, where the design team is sharing some fun items that they would recommend for crafty gifts. I'm going to be using the new Nativity Scene Die, which is one of my recommendations and favorite new release items. This stitch die makes card making so easy, and it creates a lovely nativity scene. In addition, I'm going to use the Merry Christmas sentiment in the Merry Critters stamp set, another one of my favorites. And then I'm going to be using my favorite Kat Scrappiness paper, and this is the Starlight's Jewel Mix Slimline paper pad, and these colors are so pretty. I've used this on so many projects. I have to get another pack of this, and it does come in 2 different shades. So it has these jewel tones, and it has another selection of colors. And then lastly, I'll be using glitter paper and some blue and white cardstock. So again, these kind of go with the stars that I'll be using, and I wanted it to be all blue and white. I'm starting by using a heavyweight white cardstock, and I'm going to cut that nativity scene. I found that using a heavyweight cardstock just makes this scene a little bit more sturdy, and it cuts out super easy. So I'm just going to go over to my Big Shot and run it through one time. That's all you need to do. And then you'll see that it cuts out the scene, some little stars, and a little angel. So you can save these stars, add it to another project, or add it to your shakers. That's fun too. And these little pieces just easily come out. You just have to wiggle them. There are a couple small little pieces. If you have longer nails, you could just poke them out, but I had to use my Kat Scrappiness tweezers. This is another one of my favorite products from Kat Scrappiness. It makes it super easy when you're gluing things, but also popping out these little bits and pieces from your die cut. So again, like I said, there was also an angel in this scene, and that pops out super easy as well. And here's just a close-up. So once we have the little scene all cut out, I cut a piece of that star paper down to size. This is going to be just an A2 size frame or border, and then we'll build the layers from there. So I'm going to use some liquid adhesive to attach the scene to the star paper. This little scene would also be great on shaker cards. You could put a piece of plastic, a piece of vellum behind it, and then you could add your little shaker bits. But it also looks really nice on to a colored background, or like I'm doing with a printed paper background, and I really like how it looks with the stars. I am using liquid glue just to make sure I can get all those little areas and it has a nice secure hold. Once I had the glue, I'm just going to position it on top of the star paper and hold it down just for a few seconds to make sure that that paper is all nicely bonded to the pattern paper so nothing is lifted up. And then once I'm done, here is just a close-up of how it looks. Doesn't that light blue with the white just look so pretty? I just think this is so pretty. And I love all the different color star combinations you can do with this. So you could actually get a pack of that star paper and make a whole bunch of these, and they'll all look different with different colors. Now for the little angel, you can attach it directly onto the paper like we did with the border on top. But I decided to have the little angel raised up just a little bit. To do this, I just cut a tiny piece of foam tape, and this is just some 3M foam tape, and I'm cutting the one little piece into smaller pieces to fit this tiny angel. So I have it on its little horn, and then a little bit of the wing area, and then the main body of the angel. I'm going to pull up all the backing and attach it just kind of above in the sky area. But I love how it looks that it's raised up a little bit. Again, it gives a little bit of more detail to your card, and it kind of separates it. It looks like the angel is flying or hovering over the manger scene. Isn't that cute? It's so simple, but there's just so much detail, and I do love the whole nativity scene for holiday cards. It's really just classic and special. Now for the bottom, for the greeting, I'm going to use Merry Christmas. Again, you could use any greeting you choose, but I do like just a simple Merry Christmas for this because it does fit perfectly in that bottom area. What I think is nice to do, and I'm going to do on this card, is I'm using an ink color in a similar shade to that background. Now I made another card like this where I had a gray color in the background and then I stamped it in a green. And so this one has the light blue, so I decided to stamp it in light blue. And I just love how it looks with this blue and white. I think this might be one of my favorite color combinations that I've tried so far. And do you see how it looks? It just shows up on that white, and it's so pretty, and it really makes that light blue color pop. Next, I'm going to attach my layers. I have a white heavyweight card base, and I'm just going to use a glue runner to attach a light shade of blue paper. This blue cardstock is similar in shade to the stars in the background, so I'm using this as my bottom layer. Next, I'm going in with some really pretty sparkly glittery blue paper, and this blue is a different shade, but it adds so much glitter and it's just so pretty when the light hits it. So I'm having that be the thickest or widest layer, and then I'm adding another shade of blue. All of these shades of blue go together perfectly because they all have the blues and the whites, and there's enough white in the frame that it separates it from the stars in the sky paper. After all of those paper layers are attached, I'm attaching that center card. I'm just making sure I put extra glue on this one since this does have a couple pieces to it, and I want to make sure it doesn't wiggle or move. So now that that's all in place, I just press down firmly. And do you see how pretty it looks with all of those extra layers of blue and then that blue sparkle that's a thicker layer? It just adds so much detail. So we do have a star in the center, and I thought it'd be fun to add a rhinestone. This is another one of my favorite Kat Scrappiness products. This is the embellishment organizer, and it's perfect to organize all of your beads, your sequins, your little pearls, and I'm going to use these fun little rhinestones. You can have a couple of these where you kind of divide up your sequins and stuff by category or by which brand they are. And here are those Kat Scrappiness tweezers I was talking about earlier. So these are all my Kat Scrappiness embellishments, and I just keep them all nice and organized. And I'm going to use these pretty gems. I'm just going to use one large gem right in the center of that star. These little cases are so great because they have a little opening, kind of like Tic Tacs or something, and it just pops out a couple. So they're really easy to pop in and out. And then the lid does come off as well, so you can refill it or dump more of the sequin mix or bits on your work area. So I'm using that same liquid glue. I'm just putting a little dot in the center of the star, and then I will put the largest gem in the center just for some extra sparkle. Kind of like this gem is the star that's shining, and it just again adds another detail, and it's simple but really pretty. And I love things that have rhinestones and gems. You could also add some sequins or some stars to the background, and that would look pretty as well, or some pretty enamel dots. But I just love that this is real simple. It has all of these blue and white colors, and it's just a really pretty holiday card and really easy to make. I hope you guys enjoyed today's project and will give it a try. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.